So the question that I asked a lot, and that I do get asked a lot, and it's really hard to answer unless you know, is what is the actual cost of getting a Tesla? And I want to do a little candid breakdown while I drive home from this shoot. Let's go for it right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Jeramie. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If the video helps you anyway, give it a thumbs up. And then click that bell for notifications. It'll just tell you every time I come on. Adjusting audio. Guys, I'm driving home from an amazing photo shoot that I just did in South Lake Tahoe. A little cool, but it was amazing. Smoke brushed away from the fires, and we finally made it happen. And while we were standing there, I was showing the kids there the coolest thing about this Tesla is the Christmas dance that it does. And of course they were like, oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever seen. And I was like, it is. So showing that, kind of talking to the family that I was shooting, I get this question a lot, like, what does it actually cost? Because like a lot of people, for some reason in my mind, Teslas are expensive, and they're not cheap cars, but ultimately you do a trade-off of paying for the car now, not paying for gas, and so forth. So I want to do a little breakdown for you guys on what it actually cost me to get the Tesla, and so forth. So first off, you guys can go onto tesla.com at any time, and you can pick the vehicle that you want, pick the modifications, the wheels, the color, 5, 6, 7-seater or whatever on applicable models. And you can actually put how much you want to put down. You can do all that. So I ended up leasing mine, and I end up leasing mine. When I originally leased it, it wanted a $4,500 lease down. This is a $90,000 vehicle. They wanted me to put $4,500 down, and if I did that, then my pricing would have been about $1,200 a month, which honestly is crazy to think about, but then when you do a turnaround, it's not too bad. So what you have to consider when you're buying a Tesla is the trade-off. You're not going to be buying gas anymore. You're going to be charging. And yes, there is a cost to charging, but if it can be less than what you're paying for gas, then ultimately you're saving money. So say that my Tundra before, I was paying $900 a month on my Tundra before. Well, knowing that I paid about $500 a month in gas, I'm a middle driver. I drive quite a bit from Reno to Tahoe, but I did spend about $500 in gas every single month. So now I know that, all right, my Tundra was $900 plus $500. I'm spending about $1,400 a month on this vehicle, theoretically. So if I can get a Tesla for less than $1,400 a month, I'm saving money, right? So that's what I did. So that's how I kind of put my mindset into it and actually figured out my budget if it was worth it. So when you buy a Tesla, yes, you have your docs, your fees and all that. Say you put $0 down, you are going to be putting about $2,000 down. Whatever your payment is, plus about $600. So say it's $800 a month, $600, $1,400 at the minimum to put down. If you're leasing a Tesla, I recommend not putting anything down at all. There's no reason to. In fact, if you get in an accident in your Tesla and you have full coverage, most likely your insurance will not give you back the money that you put down. So if you decide, hey, I want to put down $10,000 now to make my payment a little less, and you get an accident a month later, that $10,000 is lost. The insurance company's not going to give you that back. Whereas if you put $0 down, they pay off the full amount of the car and you don't lose your $10,000. If you're buying it, you could put down for whatever you want. I recommend not putting anything down as well. And if you do have extra money, just throwing that on top of your loan. So say that your loan is $1,200, but you're prepared to pay $1,400. Just pay that $1,400. That goes towards your principal. That's a cost that you can put towards it. Now, charging wise, how much does charging actually cost? So doing a breakdown of my my kilowatts per hour, I know that, and talking to electricians and doing some math and doing some websites. Now, I don't know much about this, but I was able to input things into websites. I know that 300 miles when I charge it at home, this car is just stopping in front of me. At home, is about $4.50 of what I pay. So if I charge $300 every single night, I'm only paying $4.50 a day, but I don't do that. I charge maybe once every 3 days to that. So I'm spending about $45 a month, guys, in electric bills, in gas, in charging, opposed to the $500 I was paying before. That's insane. Now, even if you do a Tesla supercharger, a full charge on a supercharger is about $21. So going on my traveling back and forth, I did a couple of these full charges from let's say 30 miles all the way to 330 miles. So 300 miles before I went to my next station. I paid about $21. So if you only do superchargers, then you're paying $21 each time rather than the $4.50. But it's convenient, it's fast, and it gets you going. Also, when you sign up for a new Tesla, you can input somebody else's code. My code is in the description below, and you guys will get 1,000 free supercharger miles. There was a time where they gave everybody free supercharger miles, but that doesn't happen anymore, so I don't have that. But since I charge at home, that's fine. Now with charging, if you just decide that you want to use your house outlet, then you get a charger. You don't have to do anything, but that only charges at 4 miles per hour, meaning that if you charge overnight, say you get home and you do 10 hours of charging, you're only adding 48 miles to your charge overnight. Now, if you only drive 30 miles a day, that might be worth it to you. That might be nothing else you have to spend. It's built into your pricing. You're done. You're good to go. I decided to add a NEMA 1450 charger into my house. Now that adds, to get a electrician there was about $400 to get that set up, installed, equipment, labor, everything, about $400. And that allows me to charge my Tesla for about 25 miles per hour. So in an 8-hour period, I get 200 miles. In a 10-hour period, like we talked about before, I get 250 miles of the charge overnight. And like I said, that's why I don't have to do it every night. I can do it every 3 days because I don't drive 100 miles a day. With that, you have to buy an adapter that costs $35 from Tesla. And if you want, you have to buy a stand or something that you can put your charger in overnight. And I also bought an electric, an extension cord for that NEMA 1450, and that was just my choice. So it's not something you have to buy. With that being said, guys, when I got my Tesla, everything on top of what I needed just to get it going, I think I spent about $700. That's not including any accessories, tinting of the windows, new wheels, new tires, anything like that. I did spend more on that, and I have a video on all the accessories I have when everything finally gets here in the next couple weeks. But it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's not expensive. It's not crazy. And with the Model Ys coming out in bulk right now, oh my God, $45,000 for a start of a car. Your lease payment is about $500 a month. Guys, it's cheap, and it's cheaper than having your own car. If you are paying $500 right now for, let's say, a Honda Civic or something like that, and you're spending $200 a month on gas, $600 a month is what you're spending, you can actually do that whole thing and only spend about $500 total and actually save a little bit of money as well. Hopefully that helps you guys on the cost. If I missed anything, let me know, comment below, and I'm happy to add to that. But hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to continue this drive home. Thanks for following all my Tesla videos. I know this is a photography channel, so thanks for hanging out with me, but it's always adapting, and we're always doing some cool stuff. Talk to you guys next time.